Joel chapter 1 verse 13. Gird yourselves and lament, ye priests, howl, ye ministers of the altar. Come, lie all night in sackcloth, ye ministers of my God. For the meat offering and the drink offering is withholden from the house of your power. Sanctify ye a fast, call a solemn assembly, gather the elders, all the inhabitants of the land into the house of Yahweh your power, and cry unto Yahweh. Talk about these high holy days and ceremonies, these feasts of atonement, these Passovers, celebrating the Sabbath. Gird yourselves and lament, ye priests, howl, ye ministers of the altar. Come lie all night in sackcloth, ye ministers of my power. For the meat offering and the drink offering is withholden from the house of your power. Sanctify ye and fast, call a solemn assembly, gather the elders and all the inhabitants of the land into the house of Yahweh your power, and cry unto Yahweh. Alas, for the day of Yahweh is at hand, and as a destruction from the Almighty shall it come. Is not the meat cut off before our eyes? Yea, joy and gladness from the house of our power. Is not the meat cut off before our eyes? Yeah, joy and gladness from the house of our God. Well, like, Salak, yes it has been. You can't go get your own land. You can't go do whatever the fuck you want, buy whatever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want, man. You can't do that. It's a lot, my language. Joel 1:16. Is not the meat cut off before our eyes? Yeah, joy and gladness from the house of our power. Of course it is. We're lamenting. Mirth and joy is very hard to find. Very hard to find. You only have it through the Holy Scriptures, through Yahushua. Joel 1:17. The seed is rotten under their clods. The garners are laid desolate. The barns are broken down, for the corn is withered. He goes into the corn again, aka children of the corn. The seed is rotten under the clods. The clods of dirt plowed up. The seed has been planted by a frickin' Monsanto agent, and then the farmer gets sued. The garners are laid desolate. Alright, there's no one there to really tend to your fucking gardening. You got no one there to really tend to your house. No one to really house it and protect it correctly these days. The seed is rotten under the clods. The garners are laid desolate. The barns are broken down. Just drive. Just take a fucking drive and look at the barns broken down. For the corn is withered. How do the beasts groan? The herds of cattle are perplexed, as their throats are sliced and their fucking ears are clamped and their nuts are rubber banded off. Joel 1:18. How do the beasts groan? The young chicklets with their beaks burn off so they don't go crazy and fight each other with sharp objects while caged up. Little chicklets go something to equivalent of like a clothes iron. Kind of melts their little baby beak off. How do the beasts groan? The herds of cattle are perplexed. Perplexed cattle? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I know I'm perplexed as shit. How do the beasts groan? The herds of cattle are perplexed. Let's continue.